Cool. So obviously you girls on the call know who I am, but anyone watching on Facebook, I'm Kelly. I own Degree Fitness Seaforth in Seaforth, Ontario. And, being in the health and wellness industry, many of you watching this, and Jen and Robin and Chris, you on the call, part of our passion is helping people, right? So not only was I fortunate enough to get into the coaching industry, get into the health and fitness industry as a coach, I got the opportunity to then purchase the actual business that I worked at. So then I became a business owner as of December 16th last year, 2019, 2 years ago. So what a time to buy a business. But it's been nothing but wonderful. Also, knowing though just the way that the world is, I know that it's very important for us as wellness professionals to be able to, stay on top of our game, not only with knowledge, but access to different opportunities, not only for ourselves, but for our clients as well. So that's kind of what tonight is all about. We're pretty much just going to dive into it, the partnership that I want to give you guys access to that can really make a difference in your clients' lives, in your community's lives, and just your own. And I mean, it's 2021, why not? I spent so many years going, oh, I'll do it later, or I don't know, I'm terrified. We're all scared, so let's just do it, right? So yeah, that's kind of who I am, and I'm here to just help you guys, find your perfect day and whatever that looks like. Moving on.
So we're just going to play a quick little video to get us all pumped up in case our energy is low. I love this video, and it's going to give you a little brief intro to address the trust. And I know everyone who's listening, if you're a personal trainer, a yoga instructor like myself, if your trust is important, integrity is important, and you want to give your best to your clients. So let's take a look at this. Actually, hold on one second. I want to make sure the audio is perfect for you guys because the music is kind of fun, and it is a Friday night, so
right, Friday night of lockdown, like we gotta do our best.
I know. Hope you guys are drinking something fun. I'm drinking a tea.
Same here, just a tea.
Awesome.
Yeah. Put me on the stage now. I'm ready to rage now. I feel like an animal stuck in a cage and I'm ready to break out. My time, my time. None of you people can tell me to stop. Ready to do this, show you what the truth is. I step on the field, it's time to get real. I'm feeling so ruthless. My time. None of you people can tell me to stop.
You want to be a well-oiled machine, and to do that, you need to be fueling your body with the best of the best.
운동선수로서 제가 항상 피크에 시합해야 되고 훈련해야 되지만
if I don't put the right things into my body, it won't perform when I ask it to.
Yeah. So what are you afraid of? Those feelings are made up. Get in the game, your moment of fame, show them what you made of. For anyone asking who is the best, we putting our hands up.
Why do I take USANA? Because USANA's the best.
I know it's clean, I know it's safe. I can't chance my career and my reputation on a product that I don't trust.
tout simplement, c'est la raison pourquoi j'ai choisi USANA.
We know what it takes to be reaching the top. Tell me to stop, my town, my crown. We know what it takes to be reaching the top.
I trust USANA.
I trust USANA.
I trust USANA.
Yo confío en USANA.
Trust.
I trust USANA because they put as much care and hard work into their product as I do to my training.
I don't have to worry about what I'm taking.
I know that I'm getting everything I need.
It's about the products.
Woo! All right. So, Kel, why do you trust USANA? Yes.
For the same reasons, and kind of what we talked about before, we all here collectively, I think, can relate to that, right? We know what we put into our bodies is so important, and there's just so much out there that it's important for us as professionals in the field to, trust 100% what we're using, so that way when our clients are asking us our recommendations, we can give them tried, true, and tested recommendations. And that's pretty much what we're going to talk about tonight, is how you guys can, whether it's bringing USANA into your, as a yoga teacher to your clients or for yourself personally, but it's a really cool opportunity to, leverage your business, leverage your practice, right? And just, again, give people the access to some of the best products out there.
Okay, sorry, I was on mute there, guys. Okay, so Cal, we're going to talk about these three things with your guests, right? So the three objectives that you guys may or may not be facing as people in the wellness industry, gym owners, trainers, yogis, whatever you do, you might not be working in the same way. So Kelly and I really want to bring you some solutions around money, time, and also why create another income stream in health and how that can look for you and your clients. So the world economy is definitely changing. This year has only really highlighted and escalated how consumers are shopping, how we're buying, how we're taking recommendations. And I'm guessing, just like Kelly and I, you probably share things on social media. So I've been in wellness now for 12 years. I am a yoga instructor. I've taught yoga at different studios, but now really most of my time is spent supporting wellness entrepreneurs to leverage social media and to make sure that they're making the most of this e-commerce space so that you can do what you do in real life, in real time, in the studio, on the mat, at the gym, but also leverage online to make a bigger impact and also a bigger income. And I know, Kelly, you've been doing some great work on social these days. How have you found socials impacted your business?
Oh, it's huge, team. Like it's really how, even just for my gym, that's how we connect with our members a lot. It's emails, and we have a private Facebook group. That's how, in terms of as a coach, that's a lot of the time how I reach new clients. We always ask, like, where did you hear about us or our services? Oh, Instagram. Oh, Facebook, right? The other day I was at the dog park, and maybe this wonderful woman is watching this, but she looks at me, she goes, are you doing the gym? I'm like, yeah. She's like, oh, I just watched your video. So it just goes to show you that what we post matters, and not to like stress over it, but we have as individuals and professionals, I think more of a draw than we think we probably do, right?
100%. We're influencing people whether we mean to
or not. Everyone's gonna watch the video.
Experience, right? You feel like a bit of a celebrity when someone stops you in the mall, or like,
I was like, oh,
we're friends on Instagram. We're like, whoa, okay. People actually read my posts. So Kelly, you've made first of all, congratulations for pivoting and surviving entrepreneurship in these new challenging times. But can you walk everyone through this quadrant and what it has helped you in terms of strategy around being an entrepreneur?
Yeah, so like I kind of said earlier, when I got into fitness and coaching and even teaching yoga, before I was an employee, I was first a member. Then I became a coach and an employee of the gym that I now own. So I found the job that I loved as an employee, got the opportunity to start that as already a startup business, but got to take that over. So then I became self-employed, and in owning my brick and mortar business, which also is now a lot online, actually, we talk about this as well with that side of things. It's important to have those different revenue streams, right? Because, per se, for instance, we have one program that we're not running right now simply because it's not available to do online. So it has to wait until the spring. But that's a revenue stream that is no longer there. So there has to be something else to either fill that gap, or you kind of just try to make it through. But I think it's important to just always have those other things that are there for you and making sure that they align with what you believe in.
Absolutely. And, if just to illustrate and highlight this diagram further, so the top left, so you might be a trainer, a wellness practitioner of some kind, and you're training individual clients, right? So you have a job that you love what you do, you're making an impact, and maybe you're an employee. Okay, so maybe you're an employee at the studio that you're at, or you're freelance. So you decide to move into the bottom left, which is to maybe buy the gym or go completely, on your own and go solo and be your own boss. But the problem with what the two options on the left of either being an employee or being your own boss is your time. Your income is still relying upon your time. So you trading time for money. And the problem with that is there's only one of us, okay? So it can be limiting. So as an employee, it could be limiting because someone else is saying what you're worth basically and how much that you'll get paid. And the bottom left, it could actually be more work than being an employee, and more stressors, less leverage in terms of having a team working with you, maybe more headaches with the maybe employees, things like that. But if you learn a system, so on the right hand side, this is where both Kelly and I moved, and I moved on to this side of the quadrant about 12 years ago, when I realized that I could do what I loved, I could help people, and I didn't have to have necessarily a traditional business, but I could learn how to leverage an online system to team up with like-minded wellness entrepreneurs around the globe and have leverage by working together. So now an average person can start their own business even in these uncertain times with very, 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 very little startup. I'm talking about the cost of like a big green smoothie or something like that.
Like a large can of coffee a day for less than that.
Yes, maybe 2 oat milk lattes or something. You can start your own e-commerce business. So now is really such an incredible time that the average person, even in situations that are challenging, can literally turn things around and get that leverage that Kelly's talking about and really wants to bring to you. So in terms of time, Cal, I'll pass it over to you because I know that you're such a huge believer that we have time for whatever we prioritize.
Totally. Yeah, we do. If anybody has Instagram, how long do we scroll? So if you ever get stuck in the reels, that's like a black hole. You can lose 20, 30 minutes. It's hilarious, don't get me wrong, but that's 20, 30 minutes that maybe I could do something a little bit more productive with. So the time is there. It's just how we choose to use it. The thing with, working online and on social media is it can be more fun, right? You can connect with people in a different way. So just like our diagram is here, the time is there. We just have to choose how to use it. And kind of going back to what you had mentioned before, Krista, especially if we're self-employed and say we're the only employee or whatever. And Robin, maybe you can relate to this, but I know as like yoga teachers and personal trainers, if you're teaching 3, 4, 5, 6 classes a day, or you've got so many clients in a day, it's not sustainable, right? Because we end up burning out. And then by the time we're in it for so long, we almost, unfortunately, a lot of trainers, we start to resent the work that we once, or that we know we love, but we're so tired from giving so much that we kind of lose that, right? So finding a way that you can leverage your time, still help people, but also create income, whether it's for you personally or your business, is so important to be able to do what you love for a long, long, long time.
Absolutely. And so this is why we're able to help super busy entrepreneurs, especially in these scenarios. If you have kids, you might be navigating virtual school and taking care of your clients and maybe even going to a day job and, all the things. But what we're able to teach you, because of the systems that we've created, like the turnkey, ready to go systems that we've created, is you can literally build your online business in about an hour a day. So it's really quite incredible, and we can all find an hour a day. So do less of the things that don't matter, so you can do more of the things that get results. And this is what we were really sharing, right in December, and everyone's like, I just can't wait to the new year. I can't wait till as if some magical thing was going to happen and things were magically going to change and get better once we hit, January 1st.
Well,
And obviously,
come on.
that didn't happen.
Yeah.
But the thing is, if we want things to be better, be different, obviously we're going to have to approach things a little bit differently. We're going to have to figure out what are those things that if we did, a little bit every day, how they would compound in a positive way, like that compound interest, right? And obviously, speaking to anyone of wellness, you guys know that those small things that you do every day, even if you did, 10 sun salutations every day, that would start to add up, right? If you not sure all the modalities that everyone's listening, that you guys are passionate about, but 10 minutes of stretching, 10 minutes of circuit training, or whatever it is, it all adds up. And the same thing goes for business. If you spend an hour or 20 minutes or 30 minutes on a business doing the income generating things that we can teach you, it does add up. So you can be working on something that is going to give you more leverage a little bit at a time, and also a business that becomes an asset, and actually a willable asset, that is really quite powerful in terms of your income strategy and portfolio. And myself, as a mom of two, I was able to, I went kind of full blown about 12 years ago, and I was able to create an income that allowed both me and my husband to be home full time with our boys. And I did that by learning a different way. And Kelly, I know you've really been diving into this past year, so you know the power of this. Kelly, you and I have something in common, a lot of things in common, I think. But one thing that stands out for me is that we're both really hard workers, and that we're not afraid of hard work. We're not afraid to, be ambitious and apply ourselves. But the problem is that if we were working solo, there's only one of us.
Yeah.
So the same amount of results that we would create solo in 40 years, we could actually create with a team in 4 years. So this is what really was the big light bulb that went off for me. And it was taught to me by a Pilates instructor, yoga instructor. She has so many certifications, I can't keep up. But this is what she realized. She's like, I love wellness, and I want to dedicate my life to it, but I also want a life, and I also want an income that can give me a lifestyle. So I know a lot of people who own gyms and yoga studios who also work full time, and
totally. Yeah,
and
right. Yeah.
a lot.
Yeah.
Actually, I don't know of a scenario that doesn't. At least locally, everyone that I'm thinking of, they have full-time jobs. And the truth is, there's just a better way, because the power of leverage and the power of working with a team on a common goal with a great partnership that we're going to obviously introduce you more to. It's called USANA. Obviously, we already spoiled it. But it's really a great system that allows us all to work together and all to win together too. All right, so health, Kel, you know that it's a rising trend. We both live in small towns. I live in Amherstburg, Ontario, just outside of Windsor, and you are?
Seaforth.
Woohoo, Seaforth.
Party on.
And even in our little towns, we know that wellness is huge. Like, we have a plant-based eatery. Before COVID, we had 2 yoga studios and a gym. We had 2 gyms. But anyways, wherever you are, it's not going anywhere. And wellness is a rising trend. It's not a fad. And I started this business, like I said, over a decade ago. And at that Starbucks where I learned about this, she told me, she said, Krista, this is the next $1 trillion industry. So just like entertainment was and tech was, now she said the next big trend is wellness. And it turned out to now be an $11.9 trillion industry. So yes, we are in a profitable industry. And the other piece to that is definitely partnering with a wellness company that has a leveraged business model that's also really savvy in terms of how they operate online and in this new environment that's only, it's this online world. Obviously people are, through COVID, we learned how to shop even more online, and we're more savvy consumers. We want our products fast, and we want them delivered to our door. So health and wellness is mainstream. We know this, and now it's just about making sure that our businesses are profitable. And today I spoke to a sports nutritionist. I spoke to actually an Olympian, a former Olympian, and different people in the wellness industry. And they love wellness, but they really needed to figure out how to boost their profits. And as you boost your profits, it's also an indicator of impact, of how many lives you're really impacting and people that you're reaching. So what we do is supplementation, and we represent the best supplements in the world, but don't take my word for that. I will give you some more information. But in terms of the business that we are in, we're simply helping people to upgrade their supplements. We're not asking them to do anything they're not already doing. These are actually the numbers from Australia, just because actually one of the women that we work with, she really wants to build her business in Australia. So I pulled up the stats from Australia, but it's the same in Canada as well as the US. We were founded by a scientist. Kelly, what do you know about Dr. Wentz that you want to share?
Well, and maybe I'm jumping the gun here, but I mean, like, pre-knowing anything, when it came to vitamins and supplements, I just went to the store and I was like, oh, that's cool. That looks nice. That's multivitamin, cool. I don't know. And when I was introduced to USANA, it was like, there's not that like other supplements obviously have science behind them and things like that, but these guys go a little bit deeper. For one, Dr. Wentz, he founded the test kit for like mono or something. So like if you ever got tested for mono, the guy developed it, right? So with the company that he founded, USANA, like Krista said, it's not about, changing people, or it's not a weight loss company. It's not trying to change who you are. His ultimate goal is to build a company that gives products that helps people just be healthy. And I think what other reason than that, right?
Absolutely. And I think it's important to know who founded the company, because
so important.
There's just a lot of marketing companies that are just trying to jump on wellness because it is a big money maker, right? And they don't have the science. They don't necessarily have the integrity.
I think it's unfortunate that it's like that, where, anybody can start a supplement company, really, truthfully. But that doesn't mean everybody should. And you have to think critically. And with USANA, nothing's a secret. They don't hide anything. You can get all of the information you need for everything.
Absolutely. So we're really proud of USANA in terms of the integrity and also just the history of the company. So this is not a new company. We have a track record of success of over 28 years. We manufacture all of our own supplements as well. And we have over 200 scientists that work exclusively for USANA, including the 3 scientists that invented the technology of our patented Intelligence complex, which it sounds like like technology and vitamins, they don't go hand in hand, but they do, because of how these ingredients work together and how they work at the cellular level. Totally revolutionary. If you love science, you'll definitely have a field day learning about this. But we are such a profitable company. We are around the world, international. So, and back to that slide in terms of social media, you might have people that follow you in the US or Canada or whichever country that you're not in Europe, in Asia, in South America, wherever you have people like watching and tuning in to your stuff, they can actually potentially be customers. And imagine that, not being limited to where you're at geographically, but being able to connect people to wellness solutions and also to have them as your customers. We are doctor approved among many other credentials and third-party references and testing. These are just a few. Now, it's really important to understand this, that the supplement industry is not regulated in terms of a supplement industry. It's regulated as a food industry. So basically, they're making sure that the supplements are food grade, that they're food safe, but not necessarily that the accuracy of what's on the label in the bottle. The last I heard, this number tends to fluctuate. It's about legally, they only need to have 20% of what's on the label in the bottle. So that's why we voluntarily adhere to the pharmaceutical guidelines to be listed in the CPS. If it's in the US, it's the PDR, as well as we voluntarily adhere to all of these different third-party testing so that you as the trainer, as the teacher, as the coach, as the practitioner can be 100% sure that you can trust what you're recommending to your clients. And this is really important. And if all of that doesn't matter, I think the proof is in the pudding. It's a difference you can feel. And the three conversations I had today, the 3 Zoom meetings, they were so much about science. I was like, thank goodness I have these answers. But most people I speak to, they just want to know, based on my opinion, what I think is a good match for them. And I usually start them with the Cell Essentials because it's such a great foundation. And as we mentioned already, all the different athletes, elite athletes, Olympic athletes that trust their health to USANA, not because we pay them to say that, but because we have something called a $1 million athlete guarantee. And that is why more professional Olympic athletes trust their health to USANA. And that $1 million athlete guarantee exists so that, for example, Flick Palmatier, she can, go out there winning all of her medals for surfing. She's such a badass babe. And she doesn't have to worry about being tested positive for a banned substance because of some inaccuracy or mistake with the supplement that she's taking. And of course, she obviously wants supplements that's going to give her body, that extra edge to heal and, give her best. So all of these different teams also trust their health to USANA. So if it's good enough for, Serena Williams,
count me in.
Count me in, right? So Cal, I'm going to have you walk through, just based on how you recommend different supplements in your experience with the different lines that we have, starting with the Cell Essentials.
Totally. So, and I'm sure this, anyone watching this on Facebook Live or Robin and Jen, you have clients or students that go like, hey, what should I take, or what do you recommend, right? And that's kind of where Chris said they're not asking you for the science. They know, like, and trust you. So those are the 3 things we obviously want with our clients. We want them to know us. We want them to like us. They obviously like you if they're working with you, and they trust you, right? So number 1, I always recommend the Cell Essentials. So that's basically, it's the foundational product, multivitamin, but it hits everything. So you've got your recommended daily allowances, right? That kind of just the baseline of health, so you just don't get sick. But what about optimal, right? If I'm helping clients to achieve their health and fitness goals, or I'm helping someone try to decrease their anxiety with yoga, I want to make sure that I'm giving them access to the optimal amounts. So I always recommend Cell Essentials. Just if nothing else, just do that. My mom actually takes the Cell Essentials daily, and she feels a difference. She just feels better. So that's number one. And then the other two that I normally recommend are actually the Biomega here on the bottom. So that's the fish oil. Added vitamin D is cool too, because we know that if people are active, whether it's any type of gym activity, yoga, spin, anything like that, we want those healthy fish oils to help us, regenerate and stuff. And then the Procosa is a joint and tissue supplement that I will recommend as well, especially if people have like arthritis, or they're really active and they kind of just get achy a lot. So the Cell Essentials, Biomega, and Procosa, that's my stack, I like to call it. And then obviously if someone has other needs, we would have other discussions. But generally speaking, for my active clients that just want to be healthy and feel good, those are the three that I recommend.
Mm-hmm. Absolutely. I could talk about each of these supplements for an hour, but they're all so great. And then the digestive line, what's your experience with that?
So I take probiotic. I never took probiotics before, mostly just because I didn't know, right? If people are just, having tummy troubles, or again, it's sort of one of those just foundational things, right? You brush your teeth every day, should probably take a probiotic every day, right? We're all under a lot more stress. Many of us just aren't eating as well as we should, right? Nobody eats perfect. So the probiotic is definitely up there as one of the staples. And then again, if, somebody had other stuff going on, we would have other conversations, but definitely the probiotic is a really cool one.
Absolutely. And as I hear my kids running at the sounds like they're coming to the ceiling. They are powered by Usanimals, and that is the children's supplement. So for any, yoga instructors, fitness instructors, practitioners that support children and teens or prenatal, there's also supplements to support them as well. And let me tell you, as a mom, knowing that my kids are prepared, their bodies are prepared, their immune systems are prepared for whatever they may come into contact with, that feels really, really good. And then let's go into the food and energy a bit, the macros.
Yeah. These here, so I actually just ordered the Rev Energy Surge Pack for myself, so I'm really excited. I'm a coffeeaholic. So
wait, you've never tried it?
No, I know. Oh no.
I'm drinking it right now.
Right? So my problem is, I don't know if it's a 21st century problem. If I drink coffee like after 2 or 3, it doesn't really taste good. Like it doesn't do well, but I find I need that like afternoon pick me up. So I'm like, well, obviously the Rev pack is obviously a good idea. So I won't get that crash. I won't get tummy troubles. So yes, I will keep you guys updated, but I'm excited. The Nutrimeo, so Jen, yours is on the way. It's very good, and it actually keeps you full. So there's a billion different brands out there, different products. That's all fine. This is the only one that I found that actually fills me up, and it gives you a really good amount of fiber, right? So for example, pre-shutdown, I would drive to London every other Thursday for gymnastics lessons, because why not start gymnastics at 30? So usually I would be coming from the gym. I wouldn't have time to go home and eat. Then when I was done gymnastics, I would be going back to the gym to do another training session. So I never had time in between to actually eat something like a meal. So I would, I'd mix my Nutrimeo with my probiotic, and that it sustains me. And I think the key is that it sustains you. It actually fills you up with energy instead of just sort of a filler to say you took it. So that's how I use them.
Absolutely, 100%. I've been drinking Nutrimeo for 12 years. I'm still not bored of it. We actually, Kelly and I have a recipe ebook. Not that you need to get super creative, just water and ice really does the trick. But we do have lots of delicious combinations of smoothies you can make too. All right. And Kelly, I know that you've just recently coached a bunch of people through the reset. What was the experience?
So, and I think this is one thing that's cool for you guys to think about is, yes, there's a supplement side of it, and you're going to make recommendations and obviously give people access to those products, but you can also run like programs, right? So I have some in the works, 5-day reset. I have coming that I'd like to do again, which I'm planning. You can do 28-day programs, but the 5-day reset, it's basically made for you, right? So if you wanted to do, you can do it however you want. The reset is just, it's kind of the means to get there, right? But it really gives your customers, your friends, your family, if they're a new customer, never used the product before, it gives them a really good intro to it. And I actually, the last reset I did, the one girl loved it so much that she actually came on to the business side because she wanted to share how good she felt after 5 days. So whether, the people that you share it with and you do the program with become customers or associates or not, you've improved their lives within that program. So you can, and again, Kristen, we could all brainstorm and come up with all these programs, but you can make USANA what you want it to be based on your ultimate goals, which is very cool.
Absolutely.
Are these, can I ask a question?
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay. Are these dairy based? Like, are there dairy products in it, or are they plant based, or?
There is a plant-based reset, and then there's one that has whey as well.
Okay, so you have a plant based option, so that's good.
We sure do. I'm plant-based, so that's good for us.
Okay, good. Yeah.
Awesome. And then skin, we're almost through the product line here. We also have a really great skincare line. I'm actually applying my eye cream right now. But our skin is our largest organ. So I believe in holistic health with a W, like the whole person. So we need to take care of our skin too. That goes, we really need to take care of every aspect of ourselves, our mind, our body, our supplements, our everything, right? But our holistic skincare line that also works for me is also really important. I'm 38 years old and I want to make sure that I have clean skincare, safe skincare, but also skincare that is going to remind my skin to stay youthful and healthy and glowing. And then lastly, but definitely not leastly, we have an amazing natural toothpaste that I love, and also an oral probiotic, which is, I think, something new on the market. In terms of the science behind it, like the microbiome of your mouth and how that really connects to your entire body. And it's really just, you wake up with fresh breath and also just a really healthy feeling mouth with the toothpaste and oral probiotic combo. Again, the holistic health, and also there's some really great body care as well. All right, so Cal, I think we should wrap it up with really just putting some emphasis on how this is not a one size fits all. It's really the first question I ask anyone that I'm supporting one-on-one is, okay, what area of your life, of your business do you want to elevate? What would you like to improve to be different? What area do you feel stuck in? And based on those answers is how I help them find solutions through USANA so that they can create their own individual USANA lifestyle.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I think that's, there's so many ways to do it. Like, you can be a customer, right? Obviously getting your preferred customer discount. You can start the business side of things where you can create that additional income by sharing the products. You could take it even farther and start to build your own team, right? So, if you guys just thinking in your head, like, knowing what you know now about the products, the company, kind of the opportunity there, you can kind of think to yourself or out loud or whatever, like, where do I want to go with this? I just want to try it out. Do I hop in? Yeah, it's a really good question to ask. And I think, I started as a customer and then I was like, well, this is cool. And here we are.
Absolutely, absolutely. And also in terms of what your life goals are, like do you want to be traveling more? Do you want to maybe get rid of that maybe extra job that you have? Or like how ideally, if we could wave a magic wand, what would you like to improve? And based on that, we can help you to create a turnkey plan, whether it's a little bit extra income, whether it's just better health, whether it's like you want the whole shebang and you want to create and like an epic, wellness empire, we could do that as well. So there are 8 layers of our business. I'm not really going to go into them, but just know that there is a variety of ways that we do get paid. And the simplest way I can really share it in terms of how you can literally start making money right away is we all have an app on our phone. It's called USANA Customer Connect. And when I am speaking to an individual and they share that maybe their joints hurt or they're looking to get pregnant or they're asking about children's supplements, whatever it is, I can literally go on the app and send them a direct link to that specific product. That this link gives them, my customer, my friend, the best price, so gives them my discount, as well as it gives me my commission, my referral kickback. So it's super easy, turnkey, and there's also so much more that's available. And that's why I've been able to create a career out of this income. But we won't get into all of that right now. But even as a customer, you can also refer links and earn product credits. So there, just as Kelly shared, there's a variety of ways for you to get involved and how you may even take baby steps into working with us. But the most important thing I feel is that you do experience the USANA difference, because it is a difference that you can feel, and we all deserve to feel amazing. So whether you want to be a customer or a referral, maybe you have questions, maybe you are ready to let's go. Like, this is the year I'm ready to join this business. And if you are, you can literally get started for $11.95 plus whichever products that you want to experience and join the healthiest family on earth. So now, Cal, we'll open it up to any questions and any final words that you want to share.
Yeah, any questions or feedback, guys? I think, I definitely want this to be a safe platform for you. And I think, when we're here, just even coming on and listening, it's kind of like, okay, it kind of piques your interest. So do you guys have any questions on the products, anything like that at all? Of course, you can always reach out after, but yeah.
I just for menopause.
Yeah.
I know we've talked about that before, Kelly, and
yeah,
that's huge right now.
Yeah, maybe you have some more insight on that. So we have the Estro Pro product. That's the one that I would recommend. But
I'm gonna pull up the information on that. Just give me 1 sec.
Yeah. So the cool thing, and Chris, are you going to ask the scientists? Yeah. So again, we're not kidding when it's turnkey. So if your customers have questions or your friends and family have questions, USANA has an Ask the Scientist website. So you can type in any product, any question, and it's going to give you all of the information that you need to know, right? So we don't need to, have all the answers, because USANA wants to make it easy for us to make our clients, our community, and our families healthier. Yeah.
Okay.
So I had it up and then it disappeared, but I'm just going to askthescientist.com, and then I'm going to type in Estro Pro, and it will come up just like that. And this has all of the information, Jen, and probably more than you want or need, but including studies and all the raw ingredients and everything. So totally transparent there. I do have some great feedback on this product so far, and it's fairly new, actually. It's a newly formulated product that we were really excited to bring to market about a year ago. But it's the typical provides relief from common symptoms of menopause. And it also helps like bone health and heart health and hormone function. So many benefits there.
Okay, thank you.
You're welcome. Yeah, it's quite a phenomenal product. Anything else? Jen will send you this. Oh.
Robin, I was going to ask you, what kind of dog do you have?
Oh, Chocolate Lab
Love.
right now is outside barking and doesn't want to come back in.
Oh yeah, it's so weird, right? It's like, what are you even barking at? I know. Oh, I love it. Cool. I heard him say her, him or her.
Her.
Her. Yeah, I heard her say hi. I love it.
I got your little ears there, your little dog.
Oh yeah, she's here. Colby's here. Hello. And oh my,
animals wandering around, but they're staying.
Look at all of us. Oh, I love it. Hi.
That has to be a Zoom thing. Like, everyone show your animal.
Aw, he's cute.
Totally. Oh, I love it. Yeah, I think yeah, like there's just the opportunity is out there, whether you just want to be healthier yourself, if you want to, you know, save some money off your orders, if you want to bring a little money in, that's what Chris and I are here to really help you decide on. But you as the practitioner and the teacher and the coach, you know, we tell everybody else, take care of yourself, go for your dreams, do your thing. But then sometimes we sort of hold back ourselves for whatever reason, right?
Yes.
So
Exactly.
I've made a pledge to myself for 2021 is I'm not going to hold back anymore. I don't want to hold back anymore. I want to be just fully here for you and my students and my clients and my gym and my employees, to show up in full. So.
Absolutely. And I just pulled this up real quick because I thought that this is, I mean, there's a lot of things that helps USANA stand out in the supplement industry, but there's no other company that has no other nutritional company that has a patent. And this is new. Our scientists were working on this for a few years. So just this past April, we have a patent on our Intelligence, it's like our multivitamin, right? So it's actually the Intelligence technology that's in a few of our supplements. But if you read it here, like, I'm not one for like a big legal document, but related to lifespan. So supporting endogenous systems related to lifespan. So it's pretty remarkable. And again, it just speaks to how unique the science is with USANA. And I'm not sure, you know, sometimes there's some science nerds on these calls and they want to know all of it, but there's not a company that has this. So I thought that was pretty cool to share with you guys.
It is pretty cool. I think it's cool.
Awesome.
I mean, anything else, yeah.
Amazing. So if there's nothing else you want to add, Cal, you guys, we appreciate you so much being here live with us, Robin and Jen.
Yeah,
And
it's so good to see you girls. Yeah, and of course we'll be in touch, ladies, but yeah, we'll wrap it up. I know 9 p.m. gets kind of late for us, right? Yeah, right? I know, it's like late night. But yes, thank you from the bottom of my heart for, you know, just hopping on, and also, you know, pat yourself on the back for showing up for you too, right? Because if we show up for ourselves, we can show up our full selves for our clients and just be there, right? So yeah, I think that's all I have to add. But I'll reach out to you guys after. If you have questions, you can definitely ask. Okay.
Okay. Thank you, Krista and Kelly.
Thanks, guys. We hope to talk to you again soon.
Sorry, what was that, Robin?
We can just message you with questions.
Yeah. You just message me. I'll do my best to help. And
I will, because there's a couple of things that would be interested in, like, so yeah, thank you very much. I didn't know what it was all going to be about, but that was some interesting.
Yeah, I'm glad you enjoyed it. Yeah, we want to try to make it fun. So health should be fun, right?
Yeah.
Shouldn't be that serious. You're right.
Shouldn't be that serious. Awesome, ladies. Okay. Have a good night, girls.
Okay, you too.
Bye, Krista. Bye,
Bye.
Jen.
Bye. Night.
Yeah. I'm gonna leave them.